All right, welcome and thank you for checking out my video on Beckett grading. In this video, this will be a part one to a two-part series where I'm going to compare Beckett and GMA grading. I'm going to go over the various types of grading that Beckett does, compare slabs. If you checked out some of my previous videos, I've done this with PSA primarily, and what I'm going to do is run a series of videos where I'm actually going to crack slabs open from the various graders and send these off to GMA and see how they compare grade-wise. So this will be a multi video process, and I'll break it down per each of the grading companies. So stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do so, as I'll be posting these videos. And please like this video if you find it educational and enjoy watching. So what I'm going to do, first off, foremost, I'll let you know that with all of these videos, I'm going to make them prior to obviously sending the cards to GMA. And then I'm not going to post any of the videos, any of the part ones, until after GMA has sent them back to me, just to make sure that no one's watching these from that end to see the grades prior to their receiving them and scoring them. So that's my caveat on that front. So we'll start right off. I have 4 cards here in front of you, and each for varying levels of Beckett grading. So I'll start right here on the left. This is a BCCG, or a Beckett Collectors Club grading. This is sort of their baseline, lower level grading service that they offer. And it's a very standard, not much flash of a slab and tag that they put in here. And this one's of 2003, 2004 Carmelo Anthony Topps rookie. And you can see the tag. There's no color to it. Very bland, standard. The slabs compared to GMA, I actually like the looks of GMA a lot better, but you can see there's a height difference, and the width is about the same on these things, but overall the GMA slab is bigger. Next one on the list, BVG, which is Beckett Vintage Grading, and these are for cards that are 1981 or prior. They'll go under the BVG category, and these slabs are exactly the same size as the standard Beckett grading service slabs. So I'll pull this one off here. You see the difference is really only in the name in the top left corner. Everything else is the same as far as how they grade the cards. Everything is graded via there are 4 categories that they have on there: centering, edges, corners, and surface. And then they give you an overall grade up in the top right. Everything is numbered and tracked, so you can go on their website, and that's included with the BCCG grading as well. You can see the number on there, so you can go onto their website and track submissions, and you can look up cards based on that number. So the one thing I do like that Beckett does, along with their slabs, and I do believe they have the best slabs in grading. They are very thick slabs, but they also sleeve the cards. So every card in this grading level comes with an internal sleeve inside of the case. So that's a nice added benefit to this. You can see size comparison. The Beckett and BVG, they are slightly shorter and about the same width, but thickness, you can see that they are a much thicker slab on here. So very nice. I love their slabs. They do a great job with these. Last one over here is the Beckett Raw card review that they do at their card shows. You can go to their booths and they'll grade these. These are just in a card saver sleeve is all it is, and they take a sticker after they grade it, and they are numbered, and they just fold that over the top, and that's all these are. So This right here for a single card going to their show will run you $10 to get this level of grading service done, which blows my mind because yeah, you got a grade on there, and it does increase the value when you got something from Beckett saying what the grade is. It will hold value, but it's just in a card saver, so $10 for that. The other thing that Beckett has started doing is for their slabs, they'll actually grade them without the 4 criteria. So you can see here, this one is missing the 4 categories of what they grade. So they'll just give you a standard score, much like PSA and GMA and their lower level BCCG, just a single graded score. So in this, I'm going to focus primarily on the Beckett grading service, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to crack these out of the slabs. I'm going to do one for you, but I'll do a separate video that'll be focused on BCCG, and I'll post that accordingly. So I got a stack of Beckett cards, and all of these are going to go in the lot that I'm going to ship off to GMA. I'm going to include the one raw card that I have there. But what I have is 1963 Topps Robin Roberts, graded a 4. I have this 2018 Bowman Platinum Ronald Acuna, 8.5. 1989 Upper Deck Randy Johnson, graded an 8. 1991 Upper Deck Pedro Martinez, graded an 8. Have a 2017 Topps Silver Pack Chrome. This is graded a 6 of Andrew Benintendi. 1984 Star Larry Bird, graded a 4.5. The 1981 Flair Dennis Eckersley, graded a 7.5. 1982 Flair, 7.5 Carl Yastrzemski. 1987-88 Flair, Larry Bird, or sorry, Danny Ainge, graded a 7. So 2013 Bowman, Didi Gregorius, that's graded an 8. And then a 1992 Don Russ rookie of Manny Ramirez, graded an 8. So what I will do is I will crack these out of their slabs. All these cards I bought on eBay. It's kind of sad that I can get a lot of these cards for less than what it would cost me to send off and get them slabbed. So I'm spending my own money on this, but I want to do it for research purposes, just to see how GMA stacks up. You've noticed a trend in a lot of my videos. I'm all about card grading and collecting in the hobby, making sure that the grader is legitimate, and that's sort of this whole process that I'm doing. But I also hate price gouging, and I think personally that you know, people will say that Beckett, PSA, and SGC, you pay for what you get, and their superior grading is what you pay for, and in this case superior slabs. But I really want to compare it to GMA, so this is the cheapest way I could do it, and the quickest way, because I know GMA will turn these around really quick after I send them off to them. So I bought these already slabbed, and we'll see how this goes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how to crack into one of these Beckett slabs if you've never done it before. If you watched my previous video, I showed you how to crack a GMA slab. These ones are the toughest to get open. They're the most solid slabs, and you see that from the back how they seat in. So they got a seal all the way around here, and this case part just seats right into the top. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this over to the side real quick off camera, and I'm going to grab a hold of these corners and cut it. And if you could hear that, it takes quite a tug for these wire cutters to get through that corner. What you'll want to do is you'll want to open it up to the point that you can squeeze a screwdriver in a little notch there. So what I'm going to try to do is take a screwdriver and get in behind this front plate. See if I got enough room there. And you'll start to hear the seal start to pull up, and that is the front part of the slab that is coming off. Once you get that peeled up, you can sort of stick your fingers in there and then do the rest by hand. So let's see if we can do this. I'll show you what we're working with. There we go. The card fell out. Like I said, these cards are in a plastic sleeve inside. They've actually sealed the edges on them, so what I'll have to do is take scissors and very carefully cut along the top edge here and then drop that card out. So less of a chance for damaging these cards when you crack them out of the case. Still be careful, obviously, but I will take extra caution because I want to be able to send in these cards as they are to GMA to get a good solid comparison on these. So and here's the tags. So what I'll do is I'll save all these tags, and in my part 2 of this video we will compare how these grades come back from GMA. So we'll take the whole stack. I'll include the raw card like I said, and I will come back for another video with BCCG and see how they compare. So this is it, GMA versus Beckett part 1, and I will come back to you after I get these back. One last thing I'll show you before I take it off. I have the Beckett website pulled up, so it's a nice website they have. You're able to get on here and, like I said, check out cards that have already been graded from them. They have their card registry. You can go down through here and see the different types of grading that they do and their price points. So you get down here, and this is one of the things that draws me to GMA more than any other, is just their prices. So if I'm sending in anything between 1 and 50 cards, you can see on there the prices. You're looking at best case scenario, 30-day, no subgrades. That would be just the single grade on the card. That's $15 per card. So GMA gives you a bonus when you send over 100 cards. They'll give them to you for $3 a piece. And you can see the cheapest you can get it with no subgrades is $10 a piece. And that's with a 30-day turnaround. You can go down a little bit further and you can see that if you don't have a guaranteed time frame, you can get them down to as low as $8 per card for 100 plus. So that's the cheapest you will get for the standard Beckett slabs. Now, if you go down a little further on their site, you can see the BCCG, and we'll go over this in another video, but you can see the cheapest you can get those for is if you're sending over 500 cards for their grading. That would be $4 per card. So something to keep in mind, but we'll see how the grades come back, how they compare. And one thing I will say, I mean, slabs are nice. They do a phenomenal job, and my experience with Beckett has been very solid. I'm just tired of paying the high prices for this. So stay tuned for part 2 of this, and please check out my other videos for the other grading companies that I'll be doing. Remember to like this video and subscribe. Thanks, everyone. Okay, I just want to do a quick add-on to this part 1 of the video for Beckett grading. I've got everything pulled from the slabs, all 12 cards, depending on which slab they're pulled from. These are by far the toughest ones to pop open. They're, like I said, very thick, and you can see once you cut the corners, peel apart the 2 pieces, very solid slabs. So all of them there. I have all the tags pulled from the various slabs, so I'll keep these on hand for when these cards come back. I also cut the Michael Jordan raw card, so I'll save that as well. 2 that I'll specifically call out. I had the one Andrew Benatendi that didn't have the breakdown. It's just graded a 6, excellent mint. I pulled that card out, and I'm quite shocked that this thing graded a 6, to be honest with you. I've looked it over, maybe I touched bottom right corner, but I've really given the surface a good look at, and the back as well, and I cannot find anything that would grade this a 6 in my opinion. So I would not be surprised to see this one come back higher. That's the frustrating part when you don't have the breakdown of the grades. You don't know what they're giving the lower graded part. The other one was the Larry Bird that came back a 4 or 5. This was the 1984 Star. And you see everything was 9.5s except for the surface was a 3.5. And on this card, it's a great looking card. I'll be interested to see how this comes back. There's a break in the surface gloss that you can only see at a certain level, but you see it right about in this area of the card. So there's definitely imperfection on the surface and a couple of maybe minor spots up here on the top. So I'll be looking for this one, see how it comes back as well. But overall, you know, good looking cards. I think the scores for the most part are pretty fair for what they gave from the Beckett side. But those two I'll definitely keep an eye out on and see how it comes back. So we'll get these shipped out and we'll see the final grades.